ALLATRA-delegation participated in the 16th session of the Conference of the Parties of the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, COP16, which took place in December 2024 in Saudi Arabia, and brought together more than 20,000 participants, including world leaders, scientists, business representatives, and civil society figures. ALLATRA representatives made valuable contributions to the discussions on cutting-edge technologies and approaches aimed at combating desertification, land degradation, and drought.
Mrs. Alis, Mr. Mohammed, thank you very much for agreeing to give us this interview. Mrs. Alis, please, can you introduce yourself? Who you are, what do you do?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أنا أليس لؤيم، مدرس الشروق المتقدمة بالإحساء. أنا مخترعة ومبتكرة.
She says hi. Her name is Alis Loayn. She's an inventor from the Shuruk School in Al-Hassan region.
Okay, and how did you discover within yourself this potential or desire to be an inventor?
في بداية ما كنت أتخيل أن أنا بكون مخترعة أو مبتكرة يوم من الأيام، ولكن أنا كان عندي شغف في البحوث العلمية، لذلك شاركت في برنامج علوم البحثي وكتبت أول بحث لي هناك، كان قبل 2 سنين.
At first, I didn't think that I had the potential in me to become an inventor or a scientist, but 2 years back, I took part in a research competition called Al-Ulum, where I wrote my first scientific paper.
Okay, so we met you thanks to Mr. Mohammed, who said that you invented a device that can make water out of air.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so I would like to explain to our viewers more. Can you please show which part of the device and what does it do? And maybe we can turn also like this so they can see what is inside.
Yes, okay. جهاز يعمل على الطاقة الشمسية، موصل ببطارية، موصل بمولد هواء. مولد الهواء راح يوصل الهواء المحمى بالماء إلى الأنبوب، راح تمسك مادة سيليكا الماء الموجود، راح أطلع الهواء ما أحتاجه، وهذا راح يكون في فترة المساء عشان نستغل ظاهرة الرطوبة بالليل. في الصباح بس ارتفاع درجة الحرارة راح يبدأ الماء إنه يتبخر لي ويصعد لي إلى الغرفة الهرمية، وراح ينزل لي ماء نقي بيور خالي من الشوائب.
The device works on solar power, which in turn charges this battery, which powers the fan that pushes the humid air into the chamber where the silica gel is present, which traps the moisture. And when the temperatures drop at night, the condensation rises up and enters the triangular room wherein it is turned into clean drinking water.
And what is the capacity of this device? You told me that you tested in the lab and then in the desert, like in real conditions. So how much water you were able to collect?
كان اللي هو استخراج المويه في المنطقتين كان مختلف، ولكن كان مختلف في المناطق اللي رطوبتها عالية، حيث حنا قدرنا نستخرج 10 لتر مويه، ولكن في الصحراء كانت نسبة المويه أقل بسبب أن الرطوبة كانت منخفضة، فاللي هو استخرجنا واستخلصنا 4 لتر مويه فقط في اليوم الواحد.
She says the water production differs between different climates. In the lab, she tested two different areas. The first being a high humidity area in which the device yielded 10 liters of water, and then she tested the device in a desert-like climate, wherein because the humidity was lower, she only managed to yield 4 liters of water.
4 liters of fresh drinking water, guys, in a desert, by using this self-sustaining devices. And as far as I know, a person should drink per day 2-3 liters of water.
Yes, that's correct. 2 or 3 liters. Yes.
And 4 liters, which is enough. If a person will have like this transportable device, they can survive in the desert. Can you share a little bit more about your vision of practical implementation of this device in Riyadh and in Saudi Arabia?
رؤيتي هي أن أحقق رؤية المملكة العربية السعودية 2030 التي تنمي بزراعة 40 مليار شجرة حول المملكة، ورؤيتي إن ابتكاري هذا ما يكون بس مجرد موجود في الصحراء، راح يكون موجود في كل بيت، وراح أطوره عشان يخدم المجال العسكري، عشان يطلع لهم الموية في جهاز أصغر ب5 ثواني.
The 2030 vision of Saudi Arabia plans to plant 40 million trees. Those trees need water. So she's hoping to use this device in the agricultural scene to help with the planting process to make it more sustainable. Also, she wants to make this device available in every home so that it isn't limited to desert use only, so that all of us can enjoy clean water without harming our planet, while also looking into military applications wherein the device can be used in harsh climates and harsh areas where water can be created in just 5 seconds.
MashaAllah. Then the more harsh the conditions, the more water you will get.
Yes.
Bravo.
Thank you.
And if it's not a secret, if you can share, please, with the viewers, how much did it cost you to assemble a working prototype?
والبطارية الباتري كانت برضو 100 ريال. البطارية كانت ب30 ريال، وأعتقد الجهاز اللي أنا سويته أخذ مني حوالي 200 ريال. So 200 يعني تقريبا 450.
So she says that the solar panel costs her 100 riyal, which equates to about 25 US dollars. The battery just about the same. The fan costs her 30 Saudi riyals, which equates to less than 10 US dollars. And the construction of the device cost her about 200 Saudi riyal, which in total converts to about 430 Saudi riyals, which converts to 120 US dollars.
I don't know if our viewers right now can see the parallels, because here at COP16 and in COP29, COP28, a lot of conversations about funding, about lack of funding, about lack of money. But here we have a device which costs $120, and one person can live every day and have the fresh drinking water. So, dear viewers, the technologies to give us a brighter future, they are much more affordable, much more reachable, and much easier than we all think. And Alice, what is your opinion if we take your project and make it national scale, to take for Saudi Arabia to take all water from the air? Do you think it's possible with your device? And if it's a good idea or not?
الموضوع بصراحة عاجبني، وأنا أطمح إني أنا أوصل مو بس المحلي إلى العالمي، لأن الهواء كذا ما راح يخلص وبرضه السيليكا جل فور فري. فأنا أشوف إن الموضوع راح يكون سهل إن أنا أوصل للعالمية بإذن الله.
She says she isn't looking for the local scale. She's looking for the worldwide scale. Because air is free, and silica gel is extremely cheap, if not free. So she feels like the project can go on a much bigger scale than any of us can believe.
MashaAllah, that's very good, and I'm very impressed. I want just, if I can take like this for our viewers to see that over here inside, this is a silica gel, which you can find in a shoebox in almost everywhere. This is the solar panel, which costs 50 Saudi riyal, which is like...
I think this one was about 100, so less than 25.
Around, yes, $25. So this is like a fan from a computer. You have this fan in your computer. So this everybody can assemble, and it's affordable materials. And as Alice said, the practical implementation is huge. You can use it in farming. You can use it to give water to the trees in parks. And thank you so much for this introduction. Finally, to conclude, because for smart viewers, I believe our viewers are very smart. It's more than enough for them to think and to start also doing something as well, maybe your example. So I would like to ask you, Alice, to address our viewers, regardless of their age, if they are 12 years, if they are 15, if they are 80, what will be maybe your inspiration or motivation for them to join the efforts of United Nations to combat the climate change and desertification?
عندنا المؤتمرات العالمية اللي عملت عليه العالم مثل كوبا 16 ومؤتمرات غيرها الكثير قاعد تساعد الطلبة أنهم يبدعون ويحضرون هذه المؤتمرات عشان يعيشون الجو وأنهم يقدمون ابتكاراتهم وحلولهم واقتراحاتهم. فأنا أرى أن الكلمة اللي أنا مستعدة أوجهها للطلاب أنهم ما يخافون وأنهم يسعون للفرصة وما يخافون يقدمون الحل اللي عندهم، بالعكس يشاركونه للعالم كله، يمكن هو يفيد.
She says that the global forums such as COP16 are an extremely valuable resource to all of us, wherein we can share our ideas. She specifically targets students when saying, don't be afraid to share your ideas because they could be the solution to our next problem.
Thank you so much, and I wish that everybody of our viewers will join and your example will inspire them.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Omar, thank you so much. Your team already shared with us their vision of your project. Can you please introduce yourself to our audience? What is your name? What do you do?
Sure. So first of all, thank you, Mr. Sergio, for this opportunity. So my name is Omar Almohammadin, one of the co-founders of Riyadh Geoscience Society and the president of this voluntary team. So we are here now on COP16 to represent all the geosciences that we have and we acquire. So the main thing we are focusing in this exhibition, which is, if I ask anybody what's the main reason of the desertification and the climate change, he will say the human activities and these things. But we are here to say, okay, this is one main reason, but there is another face of this thing, which is the geological processes. So, for example, we can say the earthquakes, if it hits some particular place, okay, it will collapse some buildings and these things. But there is a chain of processes that will happen after. For example, it will lose all the soil and on the earth crust, and it will make it harder to plant some plants on this question. Another phase of a good reason when a volcano hits a particular place, okay, it will burn something or melt something. But after 20 or 30 years of this hit, it will increase the quality of the soil so much better it will be, despite of all the material that will come from the earth's heart.
This is very interesting what you are saying, because I never thought about this in such a way. So you mean that when the earthquake happens, the earth shakes, and you mean it like disrupts the structure of soil, and you said it becomes like very loose, right? Yeah. And like basically the earthquake like disrupts these chemicals and minerals and maybe the worms or like some bugs which is in the soil, and then it becomes less fertile or even leads to desertification, right?
Yeah. When the earthquakes hits a particular place, it will not affect the minerals itself in the soil, but will affect the lithification or the compaction of the earth crust. So it will make it harder. For example, in Riyadh city, you will see all the buildings or tall buildings concentrate on one particular place because the lithification or the hardness of the rock, it will affect the how many buildings can you build in a particular place, and all affect the planting or affect the way you use it and the way you want.
This is very interesting, and maybe for our viewers, it will be also interesting to see the connection that people in many islands, in many places, they tend to live around the volcano, even though it's dangerous.
Yes.
But like you said, because the soil is extremely fertile after the volcano eruption stops. But unfortunately, right now, we live in the era of activation of many volcanoes. And many people, they are reluctant to leave their houses even despite the danger.
Exactly.
A bit earlier, we discussed with Miss Alice. So she came up with a device which takes water from air, like takes the moisture and condensates it and makes it a water. It's like extremely cheap device. What is your opinion about so-called atmospheric water generators and how it can help in terms of geoscience and combating desertification and land degradation?
So of course, Mrs. Alice joined us after she did her innovation and asked us if she can represent herself and RGS to present her own device she made. So I saw her device that she made. There is so many concepts about gathering the moisture on the earth, on the atmosphere, sorry, and try to process it and generate a drinkable water. There is so many concepts, but the main thing she focused on, first of all, the low price you can do it at, and the easy way she made it. So this is what makes her innovation is very unique here.
What you just said, I hope, inshallah, that COP16 in Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia, it will be that breakthrough point. It will be a continuation of COP29 question about finance, about solutions.
Sure.
Dear viewers, this is the solution. As Miss Alice shared, her device costs like $100.
Nothing.
And it can be scaled, and we can use the recycled materials, we can use the materials that would have ended up in the scrapyard. So a lot of things that could be done if we collaborate. And thanks to Saudi Arabia, and thanks to Riyadh, and thanks to United Nations for these amazing events. And Mr. Omar, to conclude, many of our viewers probably, they are still thinking that maybe I'm a small person. There are many smart people like Mr. Omar, geoscientists, like volunteers. So many things are being done. But what will be your motivation? What will be your action to call to our viewers who still don't know what they can do, how they can act?
First of all, when you are in a particular field, of course, it's not complete. There is some missing points in this field. When I started my voluntary team, it was really small. We are 3 or 4 people. We didn't have any fund or any kind of help, even from our universities. But we continue this journey, and here we are. We are presenting one of the most important sectors here in the blue zone and the green zone of COP16. So just don't stop. Try to find your way, maybe hard or easy, and try your best.
Well, Steve Jobs also started in the garage.
Exactly.
So inshallah, good luck, Mr. Omar, and thank you so much.
But
for
we started in COP16 actually.
Huh? So this will be a bigger result, inshallah, because all humanity needs this, and our future and our children's future is on stake. So inshallah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Sergio.